Now I will tell you what will be the easiest and the smartest way of solving passages in your CSAT. Actually, this reading comprehension in CSAT is not an avoidable area, yeah, because 25 to 30 questions would be asked from reading comprehension itself. Total 80 questions are there in your CSAT. Out of 80 questions, 25 to 30 questions would be from reading comprehension alone. So you should know how to comprehend, how to understand the passages, how to answer the questions that follow, that the passage follow. And that should be in 1.5 minutes, almost 1.5 minutes duration, you have to solve the questions. Now, actually, what is the problem with the many aspirants in CSAT? One issue is many say, sir, my vocabulary is very bad. My vocabulary is very bad. I don't know how good command over English language. Some students say that passages are their topics are diversified. They ask passages with the different topics which I can't understand, which is beyond my understanding, beyond my knowledge. Do you think in reading comprehension your knowledge is tested? Some say, sir, time consuming. Reading comprehension, that is time consuming. Now, it is a reality that many aspirants are there. Because of the CSAT, they are not able to qualify prelims. Even though they perform well with the GS1, many couldn't qualify this CSAT paper because of that. Still, prelims, clearing prelims that is a nightmare for many aspirants. Even though CSAT is a qualifying paper, 33% only required. Many find difficulty in this reading comprehension area or in this quantitative aptitude area, etc. So here you have a strategy, yeah? Adopt a good strategy and have a good number of practice of the questions. That will save you to score well in your CSAT paper. Now here, try to understand CSAT. Coming to reading passages in CSAT, 25 to 30 questions would be asked from these passages itself. Okay, passages alone. This year I think 25 questions being asked. So 25 to 30 questions would be asked from these passages alone. So you should not skip this area. Now here, this reading comprehension is not to test your knowledge here. Okay, reading comprehension in which passages are given, every passage is followed by questions, one or two questions. Now here, multiple choice questions. Now here, the passages, here this reading comprehension is not to test your knowledge. This is to test your understanding and analytical skills. Okay, this is to test your understanding and analytical skills, previous knowledge on that particular topic. For example, a particular topic or a passage is on social justice, it's on education system, it's on GDP, or it's on like a nanotechnology. No previous knowledge is required, and your previous knowledge should not be applied into that particular answer also. Okay, see, this is for your understanding. Based on your understanding, you have to answer from the author's perspective, not from your knowledge, not from your past information, past knowledge, etc. And there is no need for learning these passage word by word or sentence by sentence or every idioms and phrases. No need to understand the meaning of every idioms and phrases. You must have you must have an idea about the gist of the passage, the crux of the passage, what the passage conveys. That idea you should get. No need to go for word by word or maybe line by line meaning of the passage. Okay, then also please try to understand that this passage must be comprehended from author's point of view, not from your point of view. That is why many aspirants make the mistake when they try to apply their learned knowledge into that passage. Very often they end up with wrong conclusions or wrong choices. So always read and understand the passage from author's point of view. Try to understand what is the tone of the author, what is the opinion of the author, okay, what he is trying to convey. Sometimes it may be contradictory also, doesn't matter. Always try to understand this passage from author's point of view. Okay, and you have to practice this answer, solving passages in a time bound manner. Time management is very important here, because that is one thing which is students face biggest difficulty for solving 25 to 30 questions. 25 to 30 questions, how many minutes you can take? Yes, it is maximum 45 minutes. Maximum 45 minutes. Okay. So that's what I'm saying is like if it is 30 questions. So you cannot spare, you cannot spend more than 1.5 minutes over a single question. Okay. Maximum 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes, 1.5 minutes only. That is what I mean to say. Okay. 1.5 minutes in which you have to understand, you have to comprehend, you have to understand, you have to eliminate, and you have to come up with the right choice, right answer. Now here, these things please take care. These are very fundamental for you. Okay. This passages reading comprehension is basically for understanding. This is for testing your understanding skills, not to test your previous knowledge on that particular topic. And there is no need for like understanding the meaning of passage word by word, line by line, and idiom by idiom or phrases by phrase. Nothing. You should understand the gist of the passage. That much is required. And analyze the passage, understand the passage from author's point of view, and practice it in a time bound manner. Now here, when it comes to these passages, this is just I am giving you a summary. Again, I am telling you, you go for this 0, 1, 2, 3 strategy. Okay, solve these easy passages first. Solve the easy passages first. Don't invest so much time for the difficult ones. Okay, if the passage is difficult, leave it for last year. Okay, maybe out of the 25 or 30, maybe 20 passages you can easily answer. So easy passages or moderate easy passages will be there. Solve them first, then you go for the difficult ones. Okay. Then here in the passages, when it comes to passage, I said it. Yes, what is important here is, yes, you are not going to translate the passage into other vernacular languages or mother tongues, etc. You try to understand what is demand of the passage. So there is a strategy. The strategy is like this. We read the questions first and we come to the passage, so that we can understand what is the demand of the question. Accordingly, we can remove that unwanted informations, and we can focus on whatever is the demand of the question. Accordingly, we can comprehend the passage. And the opening closing lines are important for you. Take care. Opening closing lines are important for you, because sometimes the inference of the passage or the central idea of the passage, sometimes such hints or clues are given in the opening lines and concluding lines. Okay, so those lines are very important for you. And have an idea about different types of the questions here. Different types of the questions. Different types of the questions means inferential questions are there, main idea questions are there, authors tone based questions are there, and what it is implied or what is the conclusive idea, what is the conclusion of the passage, assumption type of questions. These different types of the questions are there. Try to understand what is the meaning of these different types of questions. That is, I already conveyed in some of other classes already, in the CSAT reading comprehension classes. So please go through its videos are also available. Just go through it. Okay, so this is very important to you. In the upcoming sessions, we will be solving, we will categorize these different types of questions. Okay, we will have practice sessions for different types of questions. So inference questions are there, main idea questions are there, assumption based questions are there, conclusive idea questions are there, implied type of questions are there. So try to understand what is demand of each type of questions. Accordingly, you have to answer. Okay, accordingly you have to answer from passages. Now this is the strategy I am sharing with you, all of you guys. Okay, this is the strategy for you. What is the strategy? Strategy is simple. Strategy is read the questions first. All of you, read the questions before the passage. My solution to you is you read the question. Try to understand or try to read the question. Okay, that is scanning the question, not spending so much time over question. Just read the question, just understand this question, then come to passage. Okay, then come to passage, so that unwanted informations you can avoid. You can focus on whatever is demand of the question area, you can focus on in this question. And coming to, again, once you finish understanding the passage, again you are coming to question in order to answer it. Now when you come to this question, 4 choices will be there. When the 4 choices are given, just to see that some choices will be totally strange choices. They have no connection with the central idea of the passage, or they have no connection with what is discussed in the passage. So such a strange choices, strange statements you can eliminate. Then see, there are some extreme choices also. In the extreme choices, they will be using some extreme words like always, often, only, Absolutely, such kind of extreme words they will be used in extreme statements. That is also most cases such choices also gonna be wrong. Okay, that also you can eliminate. Sometimes in the passages they will be giving some contradictory. I mean, for example, vaccine is good for children, and the statement is choice is given like vaccines are not good. So whenever the contradictory statements are given, choices are given, most always such contradictory statements are wrong. So that also you see, whichever the statements or choices which totally contrast or oppose the central idea of the passage, such choices are also most cases gonna be wrong. Then see, you how to practice this question solving after understanding passages. When come to question solving, spend 1.5 minutes only for question solving. That also you take care. Now here there is a passage. Other crucial intervention to improve child health and reduce infant death and sickness has been India's universal immunization program, which has been consistently expanded since the 70s. This is no surprise because vaccines work world over. Vaccines save children's lives and are among the most cost-effective interventions in the country's public health system. Globally, WHO estimates immunization prevents 2 to 3 million deaths. Vaccines remain a crucial and robust defense against preventing sickness, death associated with the communicable and infectious diseases such as diarrhea, measles, pneumonia, polio, and whooping whooping cough in children and adults. This is the passage. It's a very straight away, very simple passage. Coming to the question, what is the crucial message that the author is trying to convey? What is the central idea of this passage? See the choices. Vaccines do not work. Exactly, this is something contradictory to the passage. Passage says that vaccines, the significance of the passage, importance of positive aspects of the passage is discussed, and here the statement says vaccination do not work. So you know that it is totally contradictory. You eliminate it. Vaccination is the only way to cure diseases. Nowhere in the passage it is saying that it is the only way to cure diseases. So the word only, just not that only, because of that statement is wrong. Country's immunization program was a major initiative to improve child health, to reduce infant mortality, and to prevent various diseases. Pneumonia is a communicable disease. Pneumonia is a communicable disease. That is not the central idea. It's an example or a supporting idea only. Here the central idea the author is trying to convey is country's immunization program was a major initiative to improve child health, to reduce infant mortality, and to prevent various diseases. Okay, so this is something. Yeah, this is, you already solved it, and this is the way you supposed to practice here. Okay, this is the way you supposed to apply your logic. Okay. Yes, moving on to the next passage, you can see, yeah, President Joe Biden entered the White House determined to restore world confidence in the United States. That task is particularly important in the Indo-Pacific region that has become a central to geopolitics as Europe was during Cold War. The United States' presence, influence, and credibility in the region are flagging. Restoring them will require Biden to climb up out of this deep hole. North Korea's nuclear and missile programs are continuing to grow despite President Donald Trump's reality show symmetry. Southeast Asia is looking past Washington to forge new trade agreements with Asia and with Europe. The United States' domestic difficulties, including Trump administration's bungling of the pandemic response and the recent insurrection at the US Capitol, have further damaged US prestige among Asian policymakers and publics alike. Now here, what is the most logical and rational inference of the passage? What is the most logical and rational inference of the passage? I'm telling you, your strategy, whether you are reading the passage first and coming to question, nothing wrong in that. If you are reading the question first and coming to passage, nothing wrong in that. Okay, strategy, that is subjective. Whichever you feel it is comfortable for you, you stick on to that strategy and practice a lot more. Okay, now this is asking for logical rational inference of the passage. Logical rational inference of the passage. See, North Korea's nuclear missile programs continue to grow against the United States. It's something a supportive idea, which is supporting the central idea of the passage. Trump's administration almost damaged the prestige of the US among Asian policymakers and public alike. Negative impacts of an ineffective leadership is taken as responsibility by the following administration. Indo-Pacific region has now become central geopolitics as Europe was once during the Cold War. Actually, you can see that other than the statement 3, you see statement A, B, and D, all are some supporting ideas about that particular central theme or central idea of the passage. So central idea of the passage or the inference of the passage is negative impacts of an ineffective leadership is taken as responsibility by the following administration. So inference is not directly stated in the passage. Inference means, yes, we draw inference, that is from whatever is stated in the passage, from the evidences, from the examples, from the clues, from the suggestions, what all the analytics, what all the discussions given. Based on that, we draw a conclusion, a very, very reasonable, logical conclusion we draw from such evidences and examples. That is inference. So this is not directly given, but this is what we can infer from the examples, evidences and hints given in the passage. Okay, the negative impacts of an ineffective leadership is taken as responsibility by the following administration. Following administration means this Joe Biden's administration. Okay, rest of the things are supportive ideas only, that is to support the argument such ideas or examples are being given. Okay, so this is the way you supposed to approach the passages. Practice more, have a strategy and stick on to it, and practice previous year's questions and UPSC standard model questions. Wishing all the very best, and please subscribe our channel for more classes, more quality content for your civil service exam preparation. Thank you.